Part 3. So last night I was in my quarters, in my main room. It was really bad in here, like not safe, but I can't say one fucking word about it. It was for a while, but I can't say how long. It was this living hell going on to living hell, going on to living hell. And you just start to just fall on your knees and beg for mercy, okay? That's how it feels. That's how you emotionally react. Okay, by the end of the night, around 10 o'clock, they started chopping bodies up underneath me, underneath my chair. I have covered this so fucking clear what they're doing down there. It's an area, I have covered it. It's on former videos. Go ahead and look for them because I'm not going to recap it all and cover the same material like I'm some sort of mad woman. Okay, it's horrifying when they do this shit and they do it, and I'm fucking had enough and not talking about it. This is not the only time they've done this, but this is the only time I can talk about it right now. And once I talk about this, I won't be able to discuss it again, okay, on this fucking social media. So they started chopping up bodies right underneath me. Out of nowhere, I had to start breathing through my mouth. It's the most disgusting stench. It's the same stench that was in my house today. Okay, the dead corpses, they chop away here. All right? They started doing that underneath me. It was within feet from underneath me on floor 1. Within about 30 minutes from that, after I have to, once you start to smell that smell, all right, you have to go away from it. You physically, instinctually get away from it. Then you breathe through your nose. And you're scared because it's, of course you are. I don't need to explain why. And then you say, okay, I'm not smelling it here. And you have to, give yourself a calming session. And it takes a few minutes to fucking calm down. So I had to do that out of nowhere, again, in my room around 10 o'clock at night. Okay, and within half an hour from that, once I calmed down and I was okay, and the stench lasted for about 10 minutes. They were chopping away for about 10 minutes underneath me. It was really horrific. So just take the times I'm saying to you and how long this went on with me last night. So then I had to do my whole thing of calming down, which takes at least 20 minutes once the stench went away. And then within half an hour, it was about 15 minutes from once I was calm again, they started frying them up. It was like some sort of garlic salt, because I'm a cook, okay, because I can tell. It was garlic salt. They heavily salted it. And it was this disgusting stench of human burning flesh. And they cook it at an incredibly high fucking heat. I've been through this with Gwendolyn Ball and William Murray, who are both dead, but received mail and are still alive. But I'm not going to cover the same material. I've been through this with this terrorist compound that has repeatedly cannibalized since everybody left this building. It never stops. I have said this is a cannibalistic terrorist cell. I meant what I said. Now, the good guys who I can never talk about, they know it too. And oh, do they know it? Look, they don't need an iPhone. We know what's happening here on S Street. We know how sick these women are who challenge me on the sidewalk. We know what they support here in DC. They support and protect cannibalism. There is no low here, low bar. There is no bottom. There is no red line. There is no government. Your government is protecting cannibalism. What does that add up to? The math? It means you don't have a government. They're waiting for the Arab and the Putin to come here and initiate a government. It'll never happen. That's who's supposed to become the government. That's why, okay, so I don't need to explain basic arithmetic. Good. Okay. So then they started cannibalizing. The cannibalism went for about 10 more minutes, and I was breathing through my mouth, and I knew they were going to do that. I was so fucking pissed. They're filling the place up with fucking stinking, ranking, fucking sauteing, high heat human organs and tissue. And then within about 10 minutes, I go out into my hallway. Okay? And the whole fucking house is lit up with that cooked human flesh. They're doing it in this house. I said so. The house was, there's a light on, there's a couple of lights on, but the house was cold, empty, dark, no one here. Okay, it's the same thing that I have reported before. This happens over and over again. They come in and they fry up dead bodies in here and they stash the dead bodies and chop them up, and we all know this. Oh, you think I know this? Those military guys, the good guys, they know what's happening here. Okay? You want to wear your t-shirts supporting these Palestinian Hamas terrorists. Hamas terrorists come here and do that. They know what's happening here. There are white guys that do that here. There are white, disgusting American men that have been cannibalizing in here. We know, and especially the good guys, who I can never talk about, they're military officials, that's all I can say. They know what's happening here. Comprende? Buena. All right, so then it happened again within about half an hour. I was up late because I don't need to explain, and I can't fucking talk about why. So around 11:15, more dead bodies, more just cutting away, chopping away. It's coming up from floor 1 again. I'm breathing through my mouth. My eyes are bugging out. I'm like, my God, when are they ever going to stop? But I wasn't allowed to say anything. I had to just be quiet and just sit still, so on and so forth. But I can't talk about anything I did, anything. I can't tell you the weather. I can't talk about it. All I can say is what I'm saying. So this went on for like 15 minutes. It was really bad. It was coming up. I'm breathing through my mouth. Just keep breathing for 15 minutes. It's coming up right from underneath my chair. And then presto, within about 10 minutes after that, after they've been chopping away for about 15 minutes, just the stench of fucking chopped up bodies. It's so fucking horrendous what they do here. All right? After that, frying up. There goes that hot skillet. Same disgusting garlic powder. And the house, I'm fast forwarding because I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. But let me keep to the moment here. So there was still the stench of dead body. And then out of nowhere, presto, here goes the hot skillet and they're frying it up. And it's that horrible stench. I'll describe it later. I already have anyways described it. And that went for a less amount of time. It went for about 5 minutes, maybe under 10. The sauteing and cooking of human flesh and organs and tissues. The first round last night went for about 10. So I know I'm saying the same number. It went for a lesser amount of time, but it was still close to 10 minutes. But you can tell when something's burning on a really hot skillet. You can tell when the flame goes off and the stench isn't so intense. So it was just a little bit less amount of time. And I can't say that on the public internet. And I went back out within about 10 minutes and the whole place was twice as strong with charred human flesh, some sort of garlic powder, the cooking. It was so strong you could smell it from floor 3 all the way to the basement. The whole house was engulfed. The cooking human fucking organs and tissues in here. I knew that, but they're in here. That's what's shocking to me. And so the good guys, once again, know what they're doing in here. And they know what the U.S. government is protecting them to do in here. Go ahead, keep coming in here at 11, 12 o'clock, chopping up dead bodies and frying them on a hot skillet. And keep protecting them with your just disgusting racist fucking covering your face with rags and stuff. Muslim terrorists, you're racist as hell. Keep protecting them and keep protecting your disgusting rich white Americans. Keep protecting your rich white Americans. And wear little t-shirts of how everybody's a victim of the very people who are coming to wipe you out. Adios.